Pepis got sold, technically. They sold the Twitter, kind of dissolved it a bit.
Crazy.
But yeah, a while ago. I think mainly to focus on some of the Smash Camp stuff. And
that makes sense.
ETS. And here we go. We're right into it. And a pretty good pickup right here on that Red Fox. A little bit of a team combo. And another one. Both players platform tech chasing the other team.
Yeah.
Opposite sides.
They are like, at least with Pokemon Stadium, you're already seeing, because of how horizontal it is, it can sort of devolve into these two 1v1s pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And I think at least for like, with these two comps, the red team is going to want to stay pretty close together to bail each other out. Particularly, you know, Marth can juggle Fox, and then she can also get stuck at either of these longer combos as well.
And see, this is what I feel like Marth Fox does quite often, is Marth will set up some sort of a wall in front of the Fox and just try and force any sort of interaction, and the Fox can come in and pick it up really quick. I think we'll see a lot of trying to like sandwich the opponent's team from the Sheik Fox team, try and get those in there, you know, some down smash, up smashes, they're like rolling in, you get some missed tech stuff, you can pick up stuff really quick. Oh, been kind of in Preeminent there.
Yeah. It's hard to with like, at this high percent, it's like almost like you want to die so that you can just like stay in the mix longer than just like getting hit and being out, you know? Yeah,
you know, quite a bit of damage is definitely coming out, some stocks are being taken, but so far this game has been relatively straight up, not too many wonky interactions, and it's, you know, we're getting some extended neutral action in doubles, which is always fun.
Absolutely.
It can definitely go like, oh, 2 quick kills in the most random way, you hit your teammate and such. Both these teams are executing quite a bit of good synergy, I'd say.
Yeah, I think so. Especially also day one, like you've played like, what, 3 sets so far, you're still maybe jet lagged or something.
Yeah.
Like you're feeling each other out in this game one. And also like, if you haven't been practicing with your doubles partner also, like those kinds of considerations a lot is going through. And I think we're kind of seeing that with like Preeminent and Ben, who I would imagine would be favored. Versus John Wick and Tank, but like
doubles is so interesting with seeding because it genuinely matters so much on your proficiency at doubles and just understanding safe situations. Because there's a lot of things in doubles that are just entirely unsafe that are kind of here like bread and butters for singles. Things like, you know, elongated recoveries, things like big tech chases, some of these huge juggles. You have to like really incorporate your teammate in order to get what you want that you would normally find in singles. So like those high up Bs we were seeing from John Wick, letting Tank come in and try and disrupt it before they could edge guard him and such. Things like grabbing.
Yeah, grabbing, absolutely. Sheik, you know, loves grabbing, and we'll get the follow-ups. But the chain grabs for Marth, or these longer extended combos for Marth, are actually bad. You know, at least like time efficiency-wise. It's really going to be incumbent upon the Fox to be like coming in and giving that Marth punish more oomph.
Yeah, exactly. You get that up throw up air, and then Fox comes in with the back air up air, and that is amazing. But if you try and go for that second up air, you can catch a Marth out of jump real quick and go wrong. And here we go. Here's one of these.
Here's one of those combos right now. Yeah, against Preeminent. Whoa! I like that little, just like a middle finger right before the game ends. Like we still got gas in here. Okay, you took game 1, but it's not gonna be like that. I think it's a best of 3 still, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think this. So this is a top 16 qualifier.
Okay.
So
not quite there yet.
Yeah, Ben and Preeminent down a crucial game 1, which feels bad. Feels bad in a best of 3.
Yeah, I hope we get to this best of 3 as well, because like I was saying, I think that both these teams are definitely demonstrating some doubles. This is very clearly not their first time playing doubles. And it seems like John Wick and Tank team quite a bit together, and
they look good,
that team sounds familiar to me, so I'm pretty sure this is fairly static, or at least when they can. Also, you know, it's always fun having like that rotation of like 4 or 5 guys from your region, and like depending who's going or like who's teaming with, you know, you have like 4 solid doubles players. You go to a tournament, you're like, oh, Tank's here, oh, Float's here, like who? You see what I'm saying?
Dude, we don't have that. MDVA doesn't have that.
Really, not anymore.
We gotta get the teams like
get it back.
People back
like
in.
Milkman or Joji.
Yeah. Whenever I want to play doubles, you just like hit up like a specific 3 people, but we don't have the doubles yet.
Exactly. Like Amity and
yeah.
Some deep cuts.
Maryland folks. But yeah, so it does look like John Wick and Tank are, by the way, very baller names. Like very intimidating. Yeah, we're facing off against John Wick and a tank.
Yeah, just a literal tank.
Yeah.
And just, I've never even seen the John Wick movies, but I know how he goes.
Yeah, he's thinking he's back.
Oh, no edge guard there, but great pickup from Ben there with that Nair out of shield. I think that Ben will make this back.
Okay, actually, that tells me that, like, Ben, I think, has been left a little bit to be more independent because Preeminent just, like, runs over. He sacks Ben as if to say, like, okay, you're dead, I'm going to get some damage out. Instead, he does end up making it back. But what that tells me is, like, I think they're, like, Preeminent, go off, and then Ben should, like, play slow as much as possible.
Just, like, pick up all the other things, keep it really solid. Yeah, and so far it's been working pretty well in this game. Have a good % lead at the moment. Anything can change on a dime and melee, but
yeah. I do think if they can hold onto this, play a little bit slower, that'll go to their advantage because it just seemed like a lot of scraps, a lot of weird situations, a little bit like this, you know, like missing ledge onto Battlefield puts you in a bad edgeguard situation. So I think like being a little bit slower is gonna help out these Minnesota boys.
Yeah, I feel as if at the moment, okay, there we go, off the top. Off the top kills, sorry, just to say real quick, off the top kills are so important in doubles, and having vertical kill power gives you a lot of extra time to 2v1 because while they're going off the top, you can get a lot.
Star KO particularly.
Yeah, and similar with characters like Marth too, if once they start getting at that high mid, high percent, and you knock them off stage, takes the side B, you know, takes a little while, just go run, just go run away, go fight the opponent 2v1, and that's where you pick up a lot of advantage in doubles. And it's like, you might be a good player, but you're getting 2v1. Like, that's where a lot of like doubles interactions I think matter so much versus just purely the two players in a vacuum.
Yeah. Things that work shouldn't work, and vice versa. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a different game. I mean, same game, different mode. There's definitely a lot of nuance to it.
There's two of them.
Yeah, 4 people on the screen.
Yeah, that's right. So I am. This
is
huge. Actually, really big pickup for the red team.
Yeah. That was really good. And right there, I feel like John Wick was tunnel visioning a little too hard on Preeminent. That was definitely an edge guard that I feel like could have been disrupted a bit.
Yeah, the fact that Ben, I think Ben getting edge guards is going to be a big indicator for their success right now because as you were saying, like that vertical kill power, Phantom up smash, that was huge. Yeah, that might have, I was probably
might have, but either way, it would have sent them away for a while.
Yeah, the vertical kill power is really just like, you know, do you have a reliable kill setup? And if Preeminent's not picking them up quickly versus the Fox, or getting like some crazy tech from Ben.
That was
Ben
wild.
Is absolutely...
They're taking this game into their own hands.
Yeah. I think Ben collecting himself and playing, I think, like a little bit slower, taking advantage of reversals when he can get it, makes a big swing, you know, in their favor.
That game was a big swing compared to the first one, too. You're right. Stage seemed to help a lot, too, having that top platform for Ben to escape. It seemed like John Wick and Tank were really able to pick up a lot more team combos and follow up off each other on Pokemon Stadium. Just a lot more space. There's no top platform disrupting you. Those platform tech chases by Marth, they're absolutely brutal on that stage. And obviously Fox
it's
can
like
do
MD
anything.
with tipper platforms.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering... So, from that first game, if I'm John Wick and Tank, I'm thinking, wow, this is awesome. We're just like 2v1ing both of them. Whereas like they're playing a little bit disjointed and we can just like take advantage of our synergy. But, you know, seeing that game 2, the playstyle shifted. I think that like that is not necessarily going to be the case for game 3. So, if I'm John Wick and Tank, I'm looking back at that game 2 trying to figure out like what we learned exactly. Because if I was thinking Yoshi's, if I'm looking at that last game, the kill power and the ability to close out stocks on Ben is going to be pretty important. So Yoshi's makes sense to me.
Yeah, this is a ridiculous stage in doubles sometimes. Like the joke between a lot of the doubles players in NorCal is that the worst team always wins on Yoshi's.
The worst team wins.
Which it obviously isn't true, but it's just this stage is such a cluster. Like, it's wild.
Ooh, yeah. And you get those early kills too. It is a double-edged sword, similar to Marth's, because, you know, like, he died really early there. Oh, and now Red Team's got some pretty good stage control, but it gets reversal so quickly. Just like Yoshi's, you know, like, if you've got center stage, it's like, you're almost at the corner anyway.
Didn't quite get that second back there. But yeah, you're on that side platform and you can attack center stage just instantly versus something like Pokemon we were talking about earlier. Yeah, Preeminent and Ben, I've noticed, seem to not be bothering each other as much. Like that first game, there was definitely a couple mishaps, a couple accidental pickups, and some miscommunication. But one of the biggest swings from last game, I think, is Ben clearly has been taking some of this set into his own hands, and I would say right now is kind of playing the strongest out of everyone in terms of the advantage that they're gaining from it. But yeah, they're really just not. They're not hitting each other as much anymore, to be frank.
I do absolutely agree. I think the big change from game 1 through the set is Ben. Whereas if red team is like, you know, like leaning more on their individual skills, Ben, I think collecting himself has really like, that only works if both of you are better than the other person, right?
Ben is just a very, I feel like, has a really, really good mentality in some of these situations, being down game 1 and such. Like I've seen some crazy comebacks from them on many occasions. Oh, gets the up throw right there. That was a nice little up B, honestly. Didn't get a pickup off it. But
reverse down smash sets up really well, but should be okay with Preeminent guarding him. I love that nooch.
That was it. I think if he had full hopped, it might have. Oh, good pickup. That was scary.
Percent difference, the openings are going to matter a lot here and whether they convert. Just like that, yeah. So it's really even right now, but if blue team, this Fox is like in a dangerous situation right now.
Oh, Ben tried to narrow it out of shield.
Preeminent dying right there is so huge, especially
massive.
if they can't clean up the blue Fox stock right now.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate error. I feel like Preeminent has been putting in quite a bit of work this game, and that was just a big swing.
Okay, that is so important too. Like what you just saw, Ben interrupting that hard combo. Crazy
Ben.
fair to
Get
read
him.
the corner, but they're down pretty fat percent right now, and it's going to be a hard one to break through, particularly with the high percent right now. Both of the team members could be knocked out.
That is it. Doubled it up.
Oh
Tank finding the final 2 kill confirms, and beautiful. That was that last game 3 was really swingy in terms of one team being in the lead, next one being in a lead. It was a scrap. Came down